What's up, you guys? Chef Billy Parisi here. Thank you so much for stopping by. And today, oh today, my friends, we are getting ready to hook up an amazing, delicious, classic cheesecake recipe with a graham cracker crust. Because you know what? I believe that homemade food from scratch, it just tastes better. It's guaranteed to bring more flavor and smiles to your kitchen table. And a huge thanks to Bob's Red Mill for partnering together with me on this video. And what can I say about cheesecake? I've actually been making it since I was 14 years old. That's carry the 14 years ago. No, that's 24 years ago. Holy smokes, I'm getting old. And it's just one of those things that is comforting, it's rich, it's creamy, it's delicious, and it's only really ever pulled out at big time holidays. But this restaurant-worthy cheesecake, you can make today and eat by tonight. The first thing we're gonna do when making this recipe is hook up that crust. To me, crusts are literally the best part to any pie or cake. Not sure why I'm so obsessed, but golly, is it good. What you wanna do is add some graham cracker crumbs to a food processor. We're next gonna add in some melted unsalted butter. Sprinkle in just a bit of sugar. Last but not least, a pinch of sea salt. Now you can either process this on low speed or pulse it on high. Either is fine. You really just want to get this combined so that it's like a meal, almost just like a pie crust. You'll see that when you pinch it, it easily squeezes together. So what we want to do now is form it to a 9-inch or 10-inch springform pan. Either is going to work for this recipe. Now you might be wondering, what is a springform pan? It's got a little buckle on the side that helps connect the outside to the bottom of the cake pan. You do that for recipes like these that need to be released and that can still rise to the top and come out easy. Love springform pans. Now when it comes to adding the crust in or pressing it down, I like to use a measuring cup. It sort of just forms perfectly in the pan, and you can press it down and make sure it's nice compacted into the bottom of the pan. You want that crust to be perfect, my friends. Remember, it's got a little salt in there. It's gonna help season the rest of this cake. So now for the batter. Now in a standing mixer with the whisk attachment or a hand mixer in a bowl, totally up to you, whatever you've got available, either is gonna work just fine in this recipe. We're gonna add in 2.5 pounds of softened cream cheese. We're gonna add in some sugar for sweetness, of course. And next, I'm gonna add in about 1/4 cup of Bob's Red Mill all-purpose flour. As I've always said, it's a fantastic all-around flour, great to use in delicate cakes just like this one, or it's got enough protein in it to make the most rustic breads out there. Love this flour. And it's also gonna help stabilize the cake to help bring it together, hold it together. While this is not a classic New York style cheesecake that uses cream and stuff like that, this is gonna help bring it together and hold it together, and I promise you're not gonna know any difference. You're gonna call it New York style cheesecake anyways, even after you make it. So now what you wanna do is on medium speed just for a second so ingredients don't fly anywhere. Then turn it up to high speed. We wanna whisk this for in between 4 and 5 minutes, and after about 2 or 3 minutes, use a rubber scraper, scrape down the sides, make sure all those ingredients are getting mixed in. At the end, you want this to be smooth and nice and light and fluffy. At this point, we are gonna add in some vanilla extract. And now what we wanna do is add in 1 egg at a time. Be sure to do this process because eggs and fat don't naturally wanna mix together. So you need to be sure that the eggs are being incorporated 1 at a time. Then last but not least, we're gonna turn the speed down to medium and put in some sour cream. So a nice little flavor, sort of tang to it, if you will. Once it is mixed in, I like to scrape just 1 more time, get all that goodness in there, make sure all the ingredients are in there, then just crank it on medium or high speed even for 1 more minute to combine everything. Now once it's all done, head over to that springform pan with the crust. We are gonna pour that cheesecake batter all over it. It needs to fill up to the top, and maybe with about 1/4 inch still. You don't wanna flow over because when it bakes, it is gonna come out of the pan a little bit. Next thing we're gonna do is transfer that pan over to a huge sheet of foil. We're gonna wrap the foil around the outside. We're doing this so no water seeps in. I know you're probably thinking, what in the world do you need water for? take this pan that's wrapped in foil, now transfer that pan over to a rectangle cake pan or a pan that is big enough for this to fit in and you can put water in it. Head over to the oven on the bottom rack, put this pan right in it. Now we need to add in enough warm water until it fills up to about the halfway mark. Let's stop right there. You're probably wondering what is with this water bath. I did it in the creme brulee video too, in case you needed to see it there. What this is doing is ovens are dry. This adds moisture to the oven to help stop the tops from cracking or splitting. And let me just say this, a ton of cheesecakes crack and split, and it's totally okay. In fact, this one cracks and splits. But you know what? It doesn't change the texture, the consistency, or the flavor, so don't freak out if it does split a little bit. And when it cools, it's gonna come together, so we'll get to that part later. So what we wanna do now is cook it at 325 degrees for in between 90 and 105 minutes, or an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes. The top should be a nice golden brown. The center should be raised. And if you give it a little tap, it should have a little jiggle to it, but still be a little bit more on the firm side. What we do at this point is remove it from the oven, let it cool in that water bath for 45 minutes at room temperature. And at that point, remove it from the foil, remove it from the water bath. It is going in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours. This thing needs to be completely cool before serving it up. After a few long hours of waiting, it is finished. It looks glorious up in this kitchen, and it's totally okay, you guys, if it does crack. Like I said again, it will not change the consistency or the flavor of your cheesecake. And the reasons that it does happen is that you overcook it, or there's not enough moisture in the oven, or perhaps you open the door and close it. And we all got kids, man, so we know that refrigerator doors that are opening and closing, that can cause it too. So don't freak out about it, because we're gonna top it off with some goodness and you're never going to know. So what we wanna do now is, after we take it out of the refrigerator, we need to remove it from the springform pan. So take a butter knife, heat it up under some hot water, and then simply stick it in between the cake and the inside of that springform pan. Run it around the outside all the way. Be very careful so you don't knock any chunks off the top or the side. Go all the way around it, and then simply undo the buckle and then lift it up from underneath to pull the springform pan on the outside around your arm. It's totally cool. Just do a little finagling and move your arms around, get it out, set it down, boom, we're finished. Now to slice it up. This is critical, you guys. What I like to do is have a huge sort of container or pan of hot water when slicing the cheesecake, because if you don't wipe it off, you're gonna have like cheesecake chunks all over the top of every slice. It's not gonna look very pretty. This is what we did in the restaurant industry. You can do this at home. Hot water, knife, put it in there, take it out, go through and slice it on each side. And now to pull this beauty out, looks absolutely gorgeous. Now to top it off, I'm super classic in this way. I hit it with a little bit of homemade fresh whipped cream. Check out the creme brulee or the key lime pie video if you need this recipe. Next, add on a few different berries. Last but not least, I'm gonna drizzle on a little homemade chocolate sauce. Now it's time to try this out. Talk about bringing the restaurant into your house. This is such an awesome cheesecake recipe, so delicious, so creamy. Like I said at the beginning, it's just rich. It just screams restaurant. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Check out my creme brulee recipe, my key lime pie recipe. They are amazing. And for this one, dude, it is so good. So go make it.